WJBW is made possible by sausage. Stick one in your mouth.
I hear a little bit of feedback in the mic.
These charges are not mine.
Hey, welcome to the JBW Web DBWDD.com or RevRevShow.com. Oh, yes! Fucking asinine.
Can you give me a massage? I love you.
Holla at you.
Ow!
Ooh, girl.
Seriously.
Hello, Papa.
Some shit like that. You gotta do the Rocky Mountain High.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck with. Boy. Ain't everybody getting Rocky Mountain High?
WJBW.
I mean, it's all about being better, and that's why we do the JB Rev Show.
Hashtag be best.
Is that what it is? Is that the hashtag?
Hashtag upcycled content. Welcome to the JB Rev Show.
Yeah.
I am the JB. That's the Reverend
I'm the
over
Reverend.
there. We are not best friends.
I know. You brought that up
We
today.
established that last
We're
week.
not. Yeah, we're not
Just make
best
sure.
friends.
How could we be?
But we're. Oh, come on, man. So sensitive,
maybe
Sally
you're-
over there.
yeah.
So
Anyway.
JB's bringing up last week's show, which was awesome with Justin. Justin, what's Justin's last name?
Justin Stamper.
Stamper, yeah.
Zombie house flipping. Right?
Yeah,
that was a great
show,
That was
man.
a great session. That guy is super
Talented.
sharp
Oh, man.
and on the right track,
Yeah.
I would say, with what he's doing.
He is indeed.
So check that out. It's episode 274, the one right before this one. This one is upcycled content. And it's a very interesting session because, a lot of what you may or may not believe in about the environment doesn't really matter because at the end of the day,
We're all gonna die.
If you can't, have a working, functioning kind of relationship, the environment doesn't matter, right? So it's kind of like, you've got to get down to the basic understanding of what you think is important going forward.
What is important?
And place a value on it. Well,
Right.
I think that's what we have done here over the last couple of years is we provided something of value and we didn't charge people for it.
Right.
Right? So that can kind of create
We should start charging.
feelings of disarray or whatever. But I don't want to necessarily go into this world where we're creating original content, and charging people for it like a membership or subscription.
So, hey,
It's a
how about
big-
this?
it's a big,
Check this out.
it's a big
Have you-
ordeal.
Listen to me. Look
Yeah.
at me. Look at me.
Hold on.
No, you listen to me because this is important.
I got to say what's going on the
well,
show.
but Patreon. Have you heard anything about Patreon?
Yeah, years
So,
ago.
I mean,
years ago.
Sunday Night Vinyl
Yep.
does it. Everybody
No, I
seems
know.
to do it. It's
Nope.
just like,
Yep.
I'm just saying.
So we're going to keep self-funding this event
All right.
and dumping some money into the fact that every week we want to talk to talented people, broadcasting
This is
live
true.
on the internet, distributing to over 20 different platforms.
Right, and we're not doing this obviously
We're
for
kind
money.
of we're kind of the godfather of it, as it were. Of Orlando independent
honestly,
broadcasting, I will say, on the
internet radio.
On the internet radio.
Yes,
Anyway,
there's no doubt.
On this edition, we have a fine episode stocked up for you. We're running late for our first call, but we're going to get the guy on the line.
We'll
His name
get
is
him.
Mark.
You can wait.
And
Mark.
Yeah, and he is from Reliable.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me
Reliable.
make sure I get the name right. Because
You need to be reliable when
Yeah.
it comes to getting names right. Otherwise, I'm not going to bring these VIP guests to the show anymore.
Mhm.
Like Justin last week, and like Sonic Graffiti, dude.
Okay.
I'm really excited about that. All right, I got a confirmation from them. We just need to set a date. It'll probably be after the holidays, but if we can fit them in before, that's even better. I do know we got a lot going on.
So this gentleman, we're going to start the show up here, and this
Reliable.
is our what's it called? Upcycled content.
I don't know. You come up with these
Grandpa.
names.
Anyway, so it's kind of making creative recycling, right? So anyway, this gentleman, a reliable appliance repair service, Orlando, or at Quick to Fix.
No wonder you forgot that.
In Orlando.
Quick to Fix.
Well, his name is
much
Mark.
better.
We're going to talk with him. Yeah, so at to Fix on Facebook. Go follow them there. But you guys got an interesting story and background on what he does. So,
all right.
We're going to do a local business report with him.
Shit like that.
8 o'clock hour, we're going to be able to talk, reconnect with Nicholas Salito of the Modern Music Movement and talk a little bit about some of the bands that are going to be playing out at the block party.
The Lucky 7
for
block
Maxines
party.
on Shine.
That's right.
So, and we'll be making a
Sponsor the show.
special
Maxines.
announcement a little later. Yeah, kind of. We have more of a partnership, I guess. But,
I mean, we've done how many live podcasts? We've done 3 there, right?
Well, no, I think we've done 4.
Oh, well, there you go.
Well, so on Saturday,
and by the way,
November 17th.
I love those.
Yeah,
I love Maxines on Shine.
It's always a good time.
Yes.
They are closing down the block, so it's Lucky 7 Rock the Block Party, Maxine's 7th anniversary, Saturday, 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. Maxines on Shine is 337 North Shine Avenue in Orlando. So go find that. Looks like there's already going to be hundreds of people there. But from what I saw, the bands Eugene Snowden.
Yep. Katie
Burkus.
Juno Smiles.
And Megan Navarro and Juno Smile.
Yeah.
Who's not on this flyer, but I know is going.
Yeah.
Is doing that. So
definitely going to be
That's all going to be a great night.
Yes. Joseph
early
and Jesse.
evening and night of music because it gets dark now. How are you handling the time change?
You know,
how are you handling it?
It's tough.
Yeah.
Especially the older you get. You just kind of associate darkness with sleepy time. You know?
Yeah.
Not like when you were in your 20s.
Right.
You know, when you thought of when it got dark, that's when you start waking up.
That's when you're
honestly.
getting ready to go out.
For real, man. I mean, and you know, especially what I was doing in my 20s and 30s,
So
bartending, DJing.
Own the night.
It was like, you know, you started, I would sleep until 4 or 5 in the afternoon.
You're right.
So it was great in your 20s and 30s when you were getting up and it was just starting to get dark. That was, I still remember those days. Those were good days. Man, I wish this would last forever. And here I am.
And it doesn't.
Almost 50 years old. And it sure does not last
you
forever.
can still squeeze out good times here and there,
Well,
but you're right. You don't
it's just
live
a different-
like you used to live.
Absolutely not.
Way more nocturnal youth.
Well, just my job alone, you know, was a nighttime job, and now I'm, you know.
Oh, you're all
and
doing stuff in
honestly,
the day.
JB, I don't think I could handle still being in hospitality.
Like at nighttime, yeah.
Yeah, you know,
you're listen, you can go fuck your sandwich.
Well,
go get your own fucking beer. Like you get to a point where you're like, wait, I'm in my 40s or whatever, and
my friends that are doing it
don't need to do this.
My friends that are doing it, I mean, I don't know how they're doing it because it's just, I mean, I guess it's still embedded in you for that long, but it's still, man, it's just like, you know, it's just I don't know. I can appreciate it. I don't think I could do it.
I think that's just it. As things change, you kind of, you know, I relish the fact that, you know, when I was younger, I had a kid. So I had a kid like in my early 20s.
I've never had a kid.
So I was all clamped down early. So it's kind of like the opposite. And I craved to go out. We were like, oh, please, babysitter, you know, we'll give you this much money to just stay there. Stay there. We'll be back tomorrow. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
We'll be back like tomorrow afternoon.
$100.
Just stay. Please. Just hang out. And take care of this kid. And anyway, but you know, you do that when you're younger, and you think, hey, that's what. But it comes down to it, and it kind of ties into the beginning of the thing. You know, time is really the most precious thing going on in the world.
Indeed.
So we appreciate the fact if you give us a little bit of your time, if you share whatever we're doing with your friends, that is wonderful. We love that kind of stuff. So because I was looking back at 9 years ago, you know, you'll see your Facebook memories, and I'm like looking back at how dorky I was. Share the show, share like when I was first starting.
Right.
It was funny as hell. Anyway,
no, dude, you know, you said it before we started this show tonight that you know, the two of us, and I'm not trying to be braggadocious, but maybe a little bit, because me and you really do have a flow about us, and we don't edit this shit, and everything else out there that you're going to listen to is edited. You know, the people that are doing
they'll record it in one stroke and then publish it.
Right.
Like, they may not edit it; they'll just record it in one stroke. But you're right.
Yeah, it's not live.
Yeah.
You know, and that's something, JB, that I can't tell you enough. I try to tell you every show that I really appreciate your creativity and your dedication and devotion to this shit. Bro. Because, dude, this is like, I mean, you've been doing it for 9 years, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, you know,
9
you count
years.
all the radio time.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I worked in radio for like 10 years.
Yeah, but I'm talking about what you're doing right now from, you know, your studio. Right. Your home-built studio, you know. I mean, this is very impressive.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just,
right.
there's a reason I've been coming here
thank you,
for
buddy.
free every year
for
the past 4 years, doing this for nothing.
I think too.
You
I
know?
mean, the more that we define it as, it is just an act, a labor of love, if you will.
Yeah.
Right. It is truly that, because we don't want to monetize. We surely could. We've got like 20 or 10, a dozen successful business owners that we talk about every week.
Right. And I got to say this too, because
So we could try to milk them, but
you'll appreciate
why?
this. I can't tell you how many times that before coming over here and talking to, Dana, like, I really don't want to do this. And it's like, and I get here, and then always when I get home, I'm like, I'm really glad I did that. And I tell her, I'm like, oh, tonight's show was great. We did this. And she's like, you're always glad that you went. And she's right. And, and that's why I continue to do it.
Well, and that's beautiful. I'm so glad that you're here, man, because, again, through you, we've been able to connect with a lot of badass people, and one of them that was in the studio, I forget exactly when it was, maybe within the last year, was Wheeler Newman.
Oh, yeah.
And so what we're going to do is bust into a track from him. We're going to queue up our call with Mark of Quick to Fix on Facebook, or Recycled. Wait, I'm not going to say it.
All right.
Anyway, all right.
Yeah,
Turn
Quick
that
to
down.
Fix.
All right, let me get this queued up here. All right, so listen to this track. We'll be right back with a call.
All right.
From Mark, talking a little bit of upcycling, recycling.
The JB Rev Show.
You big mouth fish and Lord, with lots of dishes, worms, and loads of crickets, feed the constant urge. You're feeling the keys when you're and tiny in the shade, syndicate the space. Watch, you see them acting nice. You loved it once or twice. The time you love feels good. Your ego's tripping. The animals are hungry. They're trapped in their space. The fish have stopped floating their surfboards. Please share everything. There's always more. She needs a mercy man. And all the bids were shot and the real nights, the plot was not aboard. She needs a mercy man. And wits, we like to use them tempt. It's gaining meaning. Chow, she likes to eat the crown in all its glory. I know it hurts to look at that space. All that you doubled now bores you. Please sell everything we have, so much more.
WJBW Orlando, the very first quasi-radio web show.
Oh, yeah.
Yo.
We're back. The JB Rev Show.
It is.
Thanks for listening. So, hey, JB, you got this guy on the phone.
Yeah. So,
quick fix.
So this is a great
quick
session.
Fix. I like that.
I was able to set this up, and thanks to Jeannie for the help on getting this set up. But I've got on the line with us the owner of a business here in Central Florida, and we typically do a local business report where we basically learn about businesses that are supporting the art. And I say he, is supporting the arts and the community by doing a lot of recycling and helping people in the community. And we're honored and privileged to have on the line with us Mark. He's the owner over there of, let me get this big ass name out. Hold on. Reliable Appliance Repair Service, Orlando. But I love your Facebook handle, which is Quick to Fix. And so we've been telling people that. Yeah. So it's quick to fix. But anyway, welcome to our show, buddy. How the hell are you doing tonight?
I'm all right. Thank you I appreciate you having me.
Yeah, man. Heck yeah. Well, I think you got an interesting story. So let's just get right into it. Give us a little bit of your origins, kind of how you came up and what your organization is all about ultimately.
So my company's been around in various forms since about 1963. And
What?
I am a environmentalist at heart. Worked in remediation and recycling technologies for about 18 years prior to making it my way to Central Florida from the Boston area originally.
Oh, cool.
And so I came down here and I just saw a huge installed base of, household white goods, household appliances, and I did not want to work for anybody anymore. I had been laid off in the Great Recession.
Yeah.
And so I said, something?
Which
I'm
one?
going to take my technical abilities and my background, and I'm going to try to find a small trade company that has been around a long time that just, needs my vision and my passion for helping people and supporting the community, as you mentioned.
Right.
And it took me about 2 years to find this business. And it's been a trip, to put it mildly. But that's really how I found my way into it. Was really just an evolution of my career.
Well, and I like, too, that, you've got kind of the breadth of the history of electronics. You've seen things go from these monolithic machines to these micro, little, to your smartphone, which you've got, everybody's got. So, in saying all of that, maybe remark a little bit as to the change in technology, because I like when you said earlier, I think when we spoke, you had mentioned that they actually in the past used to build things to last, and now they kind of build them not to last, as it were.
Well, people that end up on my website and end up on my Facebook page, they can kind of see the vintage, approach to the marketing and branding that I kind of do that deliberately. Yeah. These are not durable products any longer. We are essentially being short-cycled in this country. And the major appliance manufacturing companies around the world are really not doing that to every market. In Europe, in South America, in parts of the Middle East, there's a real expectation for these products to be longevitous, to last. You buy them and you're going to have them for 15 to 20 years. And so the initial upfront cost is significant, and my wife is Brazilian and, we lived in Brazil for about 4 years, and it was amazing to see just how durable the household products were.
Really?
You come back to the United States and you kind of juxtapose that with what we're getting these days.
Juxtapose. I like
but
that.
the American, consumer still has, because you have three generations of consumers out there right now. You have people that were purchasing, very durable products throughout the 50s, 60s, and 70s.
The baby boomers.
Then you have kind of, you have my generation that is used to kind of a hybrid, if you will, of a highly electronic, durable product. Mm-hmm. And then you have the younger folks, the millennials that are coming up purchasing their first homes, and quite honestly, their brand affinity for Samsung, LG, the Korean manufacturers.
Right.
They have phones from LG and Samsung. So the first thing they do is go buy LG and Samsung appliances.
Right.
Well, inside of 18 months, they find out that these products are no longer repairable.
Right. That's just like their
And
phones.
it's not because I can't fix them. It's not because we're not willing to fix them. It's because the manufacturers are no longer supporting the electronic control modules and the computer-controlled devices and parts.
That's how they keep
on the
making money.
equipment.
They're like, they just made that obsolete. Like, here we go. Okay, that's it. One limited run.
Well, that's
of
how they
this
make
crap.
their money, and that's how like
was
the
it
same
more
with the phone.
novelty just to be the first to do it? I'm sure it has all
Well,
these.
no.
smart
What it has
features
to
and
do
stuff.
with JB is these companies, these Korean companies that he's talking of. It's they want the repeat customer, like that we're only making this to last 3 years, and then you're going to buy another one. From
It is
us.
literally,
know?
like the name without the word "to" in it. It's quick fix.
Yeah, and it's
quick
how the
fix.
millennials think too.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Fast
like
hit.
yeah.
Well, we were talking with Mark.
It's not. It's biting them in the butt.
Yeah.
They're doing brand damage, and it's a little bit out of control at this point.
Yeah, it
But
is.
we are the leading edge of the wing. I'm the infantry every day in the field, and we're gathering the intel, and we're sending this information. I'm doing my damnedest to get this information back to these manufacturers and saying, look, you have a 1-year warranty on this product. You need to support this product beyond 1 year because your customers' expectations are that these things are going to last, 7 to 12 years, not 18 months.
Yeah.
And so far, we have no good trade union in this business.
Mm-hmm.
And I do want to touch upon that a little bit with you folks maybe later, is, this is an unlicensed, unregulated trade in the state of Florida.
What do you mean? Appliance repair?
Yes.
Oh.
Yep.
All right.
Oh, that's interesting.
And I tell you,
Okay,
there's
that's interesting.
there's a lot of appliance repair businesses out there. That's for sure.
Yeah, so people don't
like
have
almost
to be
every corner.
certified is kind of what that means. There's no structure there for regulation.
Very little. I mean, anyone, with an hour, a GoDaddy account, a Google phone number,
Right.
And a cell phone and their mother's minivan can be an appliance repair expert.
Right.
And so we are competing every day with, some of the most unscrupulous business people, if you want to call them that, I've ever seen in my life.
Well, that's crazy.
And so, I'm constantly talking about that on my website and my blogs and everything that I do, with social media is about, know who's coming over, know the origins, know where these companies are located. There's no such thing as a legitimate trade business without a warehouse and an office and staff.
And it's almost common
and all that.
sense. Yeah, it's almost common sense, but you do have to remind people because there's a certain feeling of buying something online. It's that certain visceral joy where you're like, oh, I'm going to get it. Click on this and get it. So I think you're exactly right. People used to be a lot more shrewd into who they let into their homes or what have you. So
No doubt.
Mark's exact point, and even if you don't go with Mark, I mean, listen, he's giving you the tips right there. Don't, look for this. That's probably not reputable. You're going to get ripped off. And, that's the guy that you want to trust, actually, is a guy that's giving you good advice no matter what, if you buy from him or not. So kudos to you, because that's a hell of a great,
you have to be able to identify the owner.
approach.
I think you have to have their real name. They have to have, sunbiz.org. Check them out before you let them into your house, before you let anyone into your house, because, this isn't like a home inspection or even a heating, ventilation, and air conditioning company. There's 5 appliances in every home. You may call people, 2 or 3 times a year. So that's a lot of interface with your property and your family and the machinery in your home. And I can't even, we could spend 3 hours talking about some of the messes I've mopped up after people that just show up.
Mark,
and,
Mark,
it's a service call business too.
Mark, real quick. So I caught your what you said is everybody has 5 appliances in their home. That being the refrigerator, the dishwasher, the washing machine, the dryer. Yeah. What's the 5th one?
Garbage disposal.
Is that really an appliance, though?
We see a lot of. Yeah, we consider that a.
Hell yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. Well, I was wondering what that 5th one was.
Oh, that's a good question.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right.
That's a good question. So, in saying that, like, if people even, approach you or your organization, which they can do at local Orlando appliancerepair.com.
It's a mouthful.
It is. But local Orlando appliancerepair.com. That's the site. You can go there and interact with Mark because he is this real. And that's exactly why I wanted to have you on, man, because you're a super real guy and you're super passionate and sincere about what you're doing. So we kind of love that stuff over here every week. So when our paths were crossed, I was like, let's make this happen. So I'm glad that we did, man. But kind of to get back to what you were saying, the industry itself is not really regulated. So
the appliance repair industry. And
it's
honestly,
not regulated at all.
Honestly,
it's not It's not regulated at all. There is no, in every other trade, you have Class A licenses in the state of Florida for contractors.
Right.
Yeah.
You got to be journeyman. Yeah. Journeyman or a master electrician. Same as plumbing. And you're absolutely right. So let me ask you this:
home inspection, you name it.
Yeah.
So the whole appliance thing itself, too. I mean, that's not really regulated as far as what you're saying with these new appliances, these Korean appliances coming out. That they're not being held to their warranties, like you were saying, right?
No, they get a 1-year warranty.
Okay.
That is the standard, the industry standard.
Right.
But what's 1 year on a $3,000 suite of appliances that you purchase for your kitchen?
Right.
That goes by very quickly.
Right.
And then you're kicked out to the secondary markets, if you will. You're kicked out to the independent tradesperson like myself. So people get online, they Google appliance repair in Orlando, which is the most common, search phraseology, if you will. And they end up, seeing 50, 60 different companies. So how do you choose one, right? And so we try to differentiate ourselves basically through me. I give people my cell phone number. Yeah. They can text me before I come out. Before anyone comes to visit you, let's talk about it.
Yeah, right. Talk about it.
What you got going on? Yeah. What's happening, and is it going to be a good risk for you to have somebody come out? Most of the companies that you call, I'm going to say all of them, are just going to be like, well, we're not going to talk to you about that over the phone. We'll tell you when we get there, and it's going to be $79, $89.
All of a sudden, you're on the hook.
And you're on the hook. You're on the hook. And so it's becoming a service call industry. I mean, this is the buzz at all the parts supply houses, and this is the buzz on the internet. And I can run 15 calls a day in a Toyota Prius, and never have my tool bag, never fix anything, and make more than I make, actually fixing 3 appliances.
Wow.
So the whole thing is trending toward, non-repair. I'm going to come out. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear so that you can, dispose of this appliance.
And what's crazy?
And get a new one.
It really is. I mean, that's what.
And
what is happening.
Not to interrupt you, Mark, but again, to put a point in the fact that what we're saying is it's the repair industry that's not regulated, not the actual manufacturing of the unit industry over there, Reverend.
No, the manufacturing industry is highly regulated. These products are all Energy Star certified. They have all sorts of greenwashing initiatives applied to their manufacturing.
Yeah, they should put a something like they have on an automobile where you can just plug it up to something and find out what's wrong. You would think
OBD2. It's called. There you go. And you're absolutely right. That is the direction that this industry is headed. Most of the appliances we deal with every day now are web-enabled, meaning they are going to communicate when they have a fault code directly to the manufacturer, and the manufacturer will then send back a diagnostic report to your phone on your LG Smart washing machine that says, here's what's wrong with it.
You need a filter.
The problem is that's where they drop the ball.
Right.
There is no warranty servicer that can meet the demand need of the installed base of equipment that we have here in Central Florida. There's just so much of it.
What would you say is the best brand, just based on your experience, one of the best brands? It doesn't have to be the
washer
best.
And dryer.
Well, for virtually every appliance across the board. That's what I like.
So I'm still a fan of Whirlpool Corporation.
Maytag.
I can get into why. The worst brands right now, and not because the products are terrible, but because they are, they're just non-repairable.
Samsung
would be Samsung, LG, and GE.
Yep.
GE was just acquired by Haier Corporation, which is the largest Chinese manufacturing conglomerate in the world.
Really?
They purchased
GE?
all of the intellectual property rights, all of the branding, all of their critical infrastructure for manufacturing, both here in Mexico and in Asia. So GE products are now Haier products.
Wow.
Well, there goes that.
All right.
When's,
so keep a lookout for that kind of stuff, right?
Coca-Cola's next.
Like GE, that was a great American brand, but
it was.
Anyway, we're talking with Mark.
So was Budweiser, but
yeah, Mark of local Orlando Appliance Repair.com. So go check him out there, or on Facebook. It is the very cool Quick to Fix handle that I like. Quick to Fix. Yeah, Mark, you've got a lot of great history, and I guess what's cool too is you kind of got this grassroots feel about what you're doing, and that's what I think is cool, because it kind of is. He's so passionate about it, like an artist, like a musician.
Right. That being said, how long have you been in town? You've been here longer than 20 years?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I've only been in Central Florida for 7 years.
Okay.
I've only owned this business for, we're going on 2.5 years now.
Okay. And where did you move here from?
Boston, Massachusetts.
Oh, cool. All right. Cool.
Yeah. Like a lot of people.
Yeah. What? Yeah. Another mass hole.
Oh,
exactly.
damn.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly.
Hey, I got my Gaga pants on.
Gee, thanks.
No, I've got a lot of great friends from Boston that I love very dearly, and some of my best friends. Yeah,
definitely, man. We want to encourage people, and really, kind of as an endorsement, that's what we do, is kind of light people up. And I love the social aspect of what you're doing as well. So, I mean, really, to just keep moving forward. What would you say?
The social aspect.
Well, no, the social, like how he's very able to engage with the community, and that's what you need, someone to do that on an authentic level,
right,
so that you can get facts. Right.
Well, we have a Neighbors in Need program. That's something that I did want to tell you about, because it is really
Neighbors in Need.
Okay. That I'm passionate about here at Reliable. There are lots and lots of people in Central Florida that have non-working household appliances, and they suffer.
Right.
And these are single moms. These are families that have elderly folks that are disabled.
Yeah.
These are veterans that can barely afford to make the rent here in Central Florida.
They're on fixed incomes.
And they are sitting there with non-working washing machines, drying machines, dishwashers, you name it.
Yeah, that's not good.
I encourage anyone that knows anyone that has a legitimate need to please reach out to me directly, and I will do everything in my power to help them.
Well, that is good to know.
Awesome. And that's why I want to have you on, because you are an authentic guy, and you're like, listen, if I can help you, I will help you.
Yeah. So you do have a Facebook page, Fix It, Quick Fix.
Quick to Fix.
Yep. I'm going to like that page right now.
Yep.
So
go
I know,
like that page. No, the guy's got, and again, the website looks great. They go on to Fix My Refrigerator. There's a lot of great information on there for you to read through and understand, how the machine works and what could be, errors. Sometimes you think it's a total system failure, and it's just, you need Freon, or, and if you do have a leak, then, how do you fix that? Do you fix the leak? Do you put the stop leak stuff in there? So there's a whole approach to it that if you don't do it on a regular basis, or you're not a tradesman, I think Mark has a great, gentle touch to be able to help.
Mark, so you have a regular website. It's not Reliable Appliance Repair Service Orlando.com or anything like that, right?
I'll throw it up here.
The one that I work on and maintain myself the most is local Orlando Appliance Repair.com. It's a mouthful, but it really does speak to where we are and what we're doing.
Perfect. I'm looking at it right now.
And then Facebook,
beautiful.
I created all that content myself. It's probably not the best in the world because I'm not.
No, I'm looking at it now.
It's developer.
It's good.
But I wanted it to be an informational resource that ultimately leads people to empowering, themselves to kind of take control of the situation, not be at the mercy of whomever they call. I'm trying to make it an educational business first.
You know what?
That's great.
Yeah, that is great. And I got to tell you,
that is great.
Mark, we had last week, Justin from Zombie House Flipping on here.
House Flipping, yeah.
And he was talking about, just how much he does for the community as well. I could see you guys being
that
working
might be
together
even
in the future.
cool, because then he could help him with what he's putting in the house. And anyway,
exactly.
But
and
so
especially for the retro homes,
we're gonna have our TV people contact you about a TV show.
Yeah,
Lifetime TV. No, what was he on? A&E. He's
on A&E. Yeah.
But
It's
yeah,
not what was he on. He's on.
what
A&E.
is he on?
Right,
Yeah. So we last week had Justin Stamper of Zombie House Flipping in here, and it was a great session. But so we're wanting to keep on that vibe, and with you, I think is a great kind of correlation there because you're exactly right. If you're a homeowner, we are both homeowners in this room.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people younger than us are homeowners. So I mean, we're talking to our crowd, our Gen X people,
Right.
that maybe are awesome computer geeks, but not so good with a stove or a refrigerator.
Well,
that
I'm
you have.
certainly not.
And yeah, I'm certainly not necessarily either. But
Right.
that's why we want to give you our endorsement. And again, going into
Absolutely.
the holiday season, a lot of the times it seems inevitably shit breaks, and then they call people and they're like, I got this turkey in the oven and it broke. So I guess now is a good time to kind of get in front of it and think about, hey, what do I need? Maybe call Mark and say, hey, what kind of diagnostic stuff can I do? Because he's obviously a great, talkative guy that has a lot of super valuable insight and information. So we are very privileged and honored that you were able to chat with us, my brother. We appreciate that.
Yes.
So again, hang tight on the line. Mark, anything in closing, and I love the work that you're doing in the community, but anything in closing you wanted to put out there before we jump over to a track?
Yeah, I just wanted to say, I wanted to thank you guys for having me
Oh,
on.
hell
And
yeah.
I wanted to just say the one thing that impresses me the most about my business is our customers. We have the most incredible community in Central Florida, in Orlando.
Indeed.
It shocks the heck out of me every single day just how amazing our customers are, and I am here for you. If there's anything I can do to help you, feel free to reach out to me directly. My name is Mark Arbini, and I'm always available.
All right, Mark. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
Hang on the line. Hang on the line.
Hang
We're
on
gonna
with us 1 second.
Cut over to a track from Eighth Dimension Records.
Nice.
It is Monta at Odds. Listen to this.
Oh, dude,
we'll
this
be
is
right
good.
back
I
with
like
the
this.
JB Rev Show. Hang on the line, Mark.
We rotated too close and you drew too much from me. Physical limits reached you in supernova, and I was left behind. You're burning intensely, eclipsing our galaxy, but lurking beneath it all, a dark energy, illuminated. I can see beyond your glare and how far I can go. Illuminated. I can see beyond your glare. It causes our universe to accelerate as we move further away. This distance molds my inner being, removing things unnecessary, stripping me to the essential core as I learn what I've become. Illuminated.
WJBW.
The electronics is so predominant that people would really prefer that.
It's the JB Rev Show. What's going on? Hey, we can edit that out later, right?
No.
Oh,
no, we can't.
What? Why?
Yeah, if we have audio mistakes, I guess they're just going to stay in.
Okay.
Because that's how we do it.
Just
We
do
do
it shit
everything
live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like
There's no
having
hiding.
the live synergy, right? We have
It is.
live phone calls.
And,
so
yeah.
we just
And-
spoke and learned about Mark. What'd you think about that guy? That's
Yeah,
pretty impressive,
dude,
right?
Yeah.
Anyway.
So what's something we didn't talk about with
Yeah.
him, which we did afterwards, was he's 40 years old. He's acquired this business.
Yeah.
That
He
along
acquired
last-
the business. You're right.
Right.
It has been around since 63, and he
63.
actually acquired it and
Right.
got kind of the book of business there.
And the guy that
So
he
that's
acquired
something
it
we
from,
didn't
kind of showed him
necessarily
the ropes a little bit
Yeah,
as far as,
yeah.
taking care of his customers.
So he wanted to buy this Orlando business. So anyway, go
Right.
support him. We encourage you. It's
Totally.
Quick to Fix on Facebook. Just quick to fix.
Hey,
Anyway,
speaking of businesses
Yes.
that we love so much,
oh,
we got an announcement to make about Maxines on Shine. We're going to be doing a live podcast from there Saturday. This Saturday they're doing the Lucky 7 block party.
You're very silly.
I'm sorry. Did you want
Silly
to?
man.
Did you want to announce this? Did I take your thunder away?
No. I thought we were going to talk about
we are.
Stonewall.
We are definitely going to talk
So
about
we're
that
announcing
business
it.
as well.
All right,
Stonewall.
So we're announcing it. We're going to be out there broadcasting live November 17th at Lucky 7 Rock the Block Party.
Yes.
Maxines on Shine.
That's right.
So that is wonderful.
Hey, let's talk about. We're going to continue talking about businesses besides Stonewall, but let's not forget about Kush and Dank Smoke Shop.
Kush Ultra Lounge.
Kush Ultra
That's
Lounge,
a great place.
which,
Who do you got out there DJing lately?
Anthony Moss.
Anthony Moss. Tony Moss is such a
Tony,
great guy.
yeah.
His PRK show, Bargain Basement Bonanza,
Yeah.
whatever it is.
Yeah.
That is a great show.
Yeah,
that
it
guy
is.
plays some really eclectic stuff on the
Yeah,
radio.
he
So,
does.
Anyway, you can catch him at Kush every Saturday night.
Every
typically.
Saturday night. Right
He's
now,
out
yeah.
there, and they do play requests at time, but they also play great music.
Yeah,
So,
and I'm there Friday nights.
and you're there Friday nights.
That's
typically.
right.
That's good. All right.
So, and this is something I want to
and of
announce
course,
right
Dank
now.
is right downstairs. Okay.
Yeah, is at Stonewall. Thick and Funky. They do Thick and Funky Thursdays.
Yeah.
And starting next Thursday, I'm going to be hosting Bring Your Own Vinyl.
What?
BYOV, yeah.
What?
That's right. So that's going to be out on the patio.
You're doing that? You're bringing that back?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
I'm not bringing it back. Tommy Ma's bringing it back,
Tommy's
and he
bringing
wanted
it back,
me.
and you're hosting it. That's
I'm hosting.
wonderful.
He asked me if I would do it.
See?
And, BMF is resident DJ
How
there on
fantastic.
Thursdays.
Oh, that Thick and Funky night is like fat and jazzy, right?
That's
I mean,
right.
It really
Well,
is, dude. It's like a
what
lot of
he's
melding.
doing.
Yeah.
But I mean,
electronic.
there's like 3 different rooms of, there's house going on. There's DJ Gay Z and Jay Taylor. I mean, there's, man, I tell you what.
There was a recent article about Tommy.
There you go.
That you shared
2 days ago.
And, Tommy's been a good friend of our show, and even so
Absolutely.
much so that we made up those Tommy Mots, Mommy Tots.
That's
we
right.
created a
now, when you say
product.
best, he's a best friend for me. All right.
Oh, so he's your best friend.
Yeah.
Oh, I got you.
See.
Okay. Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
You're still, you're still a good friend.
Wow. Okay.
He's not
I'm a good friend.
best
Oh, see,
friend.
but I got a good friend at least.
Hey,
this
you are
time.
definitely a good friend.
Okay.
There's no doubt. No doubt. You're so sensitive, Sally, over there.
Wow.
So Stonewall.
So so
is
let's talk
blowing
about
up.
this. What was it? The Weekly or the Sentinel or
It was the
okay.
Weekly.
Yeah, the Weekly. Here it is. I'm bringing it up.
Bring it up.
Tommy Mott brings daring new music vibes to Stonewall Bar. So this is a great article.
And actually, if you pull up, what's the gazine watermark? Here, I'm pulling up right now. Okay, Tommy Mott brings back hot mommy tots. Just kidding.
that would be funny though.
That would. But talk about this. I mean, this article is really kind of sums up. I mean, and what it didn't bring up is how before any of this, I mean, they brought up Spacebar.
Yeah.
And which
I can read the opening.
Okay, there you go.
Even if all these years' unprecedented movement in club landscape of Orlando's music scene hasn't all planned out as promised, the dust has sometimes settled in some interesting places. One new development that I previewed over the summer was the great Black Star Dream that suddenly went poof. Then was the alignment of Black Star Associate, and before that, Spacebar owner Tommy Mott Barger with West Downtown Stonewall Bar. What initially began as a new place to land his long-running parties, No One Knows I'm Disco and Panic, has now become a big shot of fresh blood into the LBGTQ bar and safe space.
Okay, and you're done. You're not a very good reader, by the way. I would have been like...
Oh, you would have...
Anyways.
Well, we're here, and we got limited time. So
no, but let me tell you something. I mean, before that, I mean, Tommy's been, you know, I actually reposted this, and I said, Tommy is an ambassador of what's cool in Orlando.
Yeah.
I said he always has his hand in the honeypot of dope music.
Yep.
You know, and it's true. I mean, all the way back from the Knock Knock days.
Yeah, I know.
At the Edge.
The guy's amazing.
Yeah.
He's remarkable.
So
it's awesome to see him getting some love like
absolutely,
this, right? And recognition.
You know, he deserves it more than anybody.
Doing it, he's not doing it for the recognition, but it sure as hell is nice to get it once in a while.
And he's such a great dad and you know, family man, and just he's just awesome guy, man. And I love him.
I'm glad you brought that up because I think that's important and is definitely a part of Orlando and definitely worthy of note in the sense of, you know, they're writing about it. And we want to still have Tommy in for a local legend interview if we can ever arrange that. Since he's your best friend, I guess.
You know, I got to say, when I did post this is what he put. He goes, "Thanks, Jerry. Good things happen when you surround yourself with good people."
Oh, snap.
And no, I mean, he's not talking about me. He's talking about, you. No, he's not. Okay. He's talking about the people that he's working with. You know, and
no doubt.
Yeah.
Well, and that's what I think I like about that guy, Mark, too, is like when your vibe is pure, you're going to knock it out of the park.
Absolutely.
Every time, because you're not intending on knocking it out of the park. That's not your MO is not to, like, you know, sleazy salesman, you know, sell 20 grand in a day kind of a thing. It's to really help people.
Exactly.
So I love that.
Me too.
Anyway, all right, so let's do this then. I have nothing
top of the
queued
hour.
up.
It's 8
it
o'clock.
is top of the hour. I have nothing queued up in
So why don't we just go into a revelation? Are we calling Nick?
Well, we got Nick queued up here for 8 o'clock hour.
Is he calling us?
I can bump him to a little later.
Oh, if that's him.
But I think this is him. All right,
well,
so
there we go.
All right, then we don't have to do anything then. Hold on.
There we go.
All right, thanks for calling the JB Rev Show. Is this Nick Solito?
Yes, it is. How
Hell
are you?
yeah.
Man.
Doing great, brother.
Nick, dude.
Thank you, man. Hold on. There he is. He gets applause. This guy. Speaking of badass motherfuckers that do great stuff.
And right on
Orlando.
Right on punctual right at 8 o'clock.
We were just talking a little about Tommy Mott.
We were.
And his write-up in the weekly about what he's doing at Stonewall. So anyway, in serendipitous tone, we have a call from a great friend of the show.
Yes,
the
indeed.
founder of Modern Music Movement.
Yep.
It is Nick Solito. How you doing, brother?
What's up, buddy?
Hanging out, man. Just phoning in to chit-chat with you fine gentlemen.
Appreciate it.
Right on.
Wonderful.
So, man, you've been doing great things.
Yeah, and ultimately we're going to talk about the evening out at Maxines for the block party. So we're going to talk a little bit about that, but I like where the Reverend's going because you are getting highly prolific out there,
my
dude.
gosh.
You're doing a lot of great stuff in Orlando. Great stuff. And so maybe we could talk a little bit about some of your current endeavors and then kind of dive into that event.
Yeah, like
sure.
Let's talk about, I mean, what you're doing with the veranda. I mean,
so it was about 6 months ago, as you know. I think we touched on it. We opened up in the veranda at Thornton Park wedding venue on Washington Street. We opened up at night on Saturday and Friday evenings, mostly free to the public concerts in the courtyard. We added an extension to the stage on the Enclave where people normally take their nuptials to get married. We have full liquor bar, beer and wine, and free concerts to the public and all of Orlando.
A lot of great shows. Been through there in just a short amount of time.
Yeah.
We've done some really cool stuff. We had a couple nationals so far that sold out. We had Slim Jim Phantom 2 Saturdays ago from the Stray Cats. We had the Driving and Crying Pylon show. It was fantastic.
Wow.
We had a lot of cool stuff going on. I've got some other bids out. We're getting some cool traction in town, if you want to call it that.
Absolutely,
no doubt.
Dude. For
I think a lot of Orlando has taken notice because, we've been working with you guys for a little while, and you've always kind of sourced people over to us that are super talented. We're like, hell yeah, we're interview them. But I think what's important, too, is the proliferation of the modern music movement, because it is a movement, and not kind of closing people off to it. But, in saying all of that, man, some of the impressive stuff that you have upcoming, and I know you've been working with the Nook as well in the Milk District.
Yeah, I thought that would be a great little tiny resource over there to help them brand. What we discovered with these DIY projects, that mine included, is that because of the way everything's set up and the algorithms of social media, that people need to have a cohesive strand together laterally so everything connects. So if he gets enough engagement one way or the other, somebody's going to see it. That's the idea behind that.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah, and that makes a lot of sense.
So, Nick, I want to ask you something. If you can maybe set something up for us before she actually comes. You got Lydia Lunch coming. We'd like to maybe.
Well, she's actually. That's actually a podcast interview. We wanted to see what we could do on her page and get engagement for someone else's podcast as well.
Oh, gotcha.
So that's a part of making a media platform, along with having relationships with everyone, including the Orlando Weekly, the JB Web Show,
the conversation with Scott,
everything.
Yeah, and that's good. And that's like I was saying, the proliferation is not necessarily bad because it helps you kind of springboard and get that out there to all of these little micro audiences going on
all the platforms.
It's actually working. It sounds self-serving, but it's actually working for everybody. That's the whole idea behind it. It's kind of the same idea as that, everybody holds hands. It takes a village to make something happen, which is absolutely true.
Yes.
And now, because of the modern world and how fast it moves, as far as especially what you do on the internet and social media, you absolutely have to create your own media platform. There's no doubt about it.
No doubt.
There you go.
Nick, I got to say something, man.
That was me 10 years ago.
I'm completely impressed with what you have been doing over the past couple of years, and
thanks, man.
you are totally moving forward with it and this music movement, and that's just a perfect name for what you do. And it's you're doing it well, and it's nice to see it progressing forward.
Started with some of those boroughs event, and I'd even like to see a comeback to some of that talking stuff too.
Yeah, we're going to get back to that. I'm going to try to get back into some more literary stuff.
Yeah,
I work with Christian Kelty. We're going to work on some things. We've got some ideas and some monologues and things at play, and one of the things is going to be like a rock-orientated thing. We're thinking about recreating an American Prayer by Jim Morrison in a theater landscape with a soundtrack and imagery. So that's going to take a little bit of writing and production.
Right, yeah.
Christian Kelty has the theater side. I have the other side. So I just, I need people that can help me produce something. I don't know anything about lighting cues and stage, stage props.
It's funny?
Et cetera, et cetera.
Like spotlight, center stage.
My best man, my best friend that lives in L.A., that's what he does. Is
Kennard?
He's a fucking lighting director.
Yeah, no, and he's damn
good.
I do
have, up and coming, I grabbed onto the Jeremy Enoch Living Room Show tour, which is going to be super awesome. If you're not familiar with him, he was the front man for Sunny Day Real Estate and Fire Theft and solo album The Frog Queen, which was absolutely mind-blowing and heralded by the critics.
Yeah,
so,
and I'm glad that you mentioned that because that brings the same feel of Guess Who's Back? Back again. Guess who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back?
Yeah.
Jim Faraday with Whiskey Lou's.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, so I saw that you even got some gigs booked Whiskey Lou's and Faraday's back.
Yeah, I routed a band there to see how that's going to work out and see how the crowd's going to receive having live music in there. So the first band I put in there was this band called Lola Montez, which is a namesake of that song if you look up who Lola Montez is.
Oh, yeah.
So that band's routing out in Nashville. So I've got a lot of opportunity being involved with that all country scene thing that I try to support here.
Yeah,
right.
I get a lot of stuff routed from Nashville. That's like some really cool rock bands. So I'm really happy that people want to come and play Orlando.
Hell yeah.
So hey,
I'm really pushing for this city not to be looked over as a secondary market. That shit's getting a little old. Kind of pisses me off.
Right.
I put a lot of work into this stuff. So
no shit.
We're trying hard to change that completely.
So Nick, I know you've had a couple DJs in Luz as well, and I'm not going to burst any bubbles. But remember that idea we were talking about back and forth that you had back in the day? We should re look at that again.
Yeah, I think Tommy Mott's will look at that for Stonewall. I mentioned that to him, and I think that's time to some things don't work out right when you want them to, but they sit there and simmer. Eventually, things work out when they're supposed to work out.
Absolutely,
So,
yeah. Yeah, well, we need.
If somebody's looking for nights, I mean, I have tons of ideas. I had a unique experience this last couple of months that was very affirming to people in the music business here. And the challenge was is that I had so many bands that wanted to route and not enough venues to put them in, which is absolutely unheard of for Orlando.
Right.
So that's kind of a new thing.
That's pretty badass, actually.
I'm working. This past week, something positive happened that I spoke with the city regarding doing. I thought that the resource of using the amphitheater at Lake Eola is not used properly and not enough. So I reached out to them, and they're advantageous to me doing shows there. Oh. So I have a hold on a date in March, so that might be the first free concert for the modern music movement at the amphitheater.
Wow.
Dude, that's
Lake
awesome.
Eola.
That's
is awesome, dude.
That's epic
exciting
for me, and I hope everybody gets behind that.
Yeah, that's awesome,
dude.
dude.
It will be a blues concert for the general public by a national blues act that I can't mention because I haven't confirmed.
Yeah. Don't jinx anything. But on the line with Nicholas Salido of the Modern Music Movement, again, friend and longtime sponsor of our show here.
Totally.
And we definitely endorse and support everything that you do. But in saying all of that, looking forward, you spend a lot of time helping our friends over at Maxines on Shine.
Yeah.
I do.
Making sure that everything is awesome over
Yep.
there. Yeah. And so maybe let's kind of transition and talk a little bit about this event. It's Lucky 7 Rock the Block Party, Maxine's 7th anniversary party. So 7 years and a lot of great
And we just confirmed we're going to be doing a live
we're going to be out there live, so we'll get to talk with a lot of people.
I'm glad to hear that you guys are coming over. We were hoping that you would.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. We're so excited to be there. And, we've done 4 or 5 Maxines After Dark, so this will be an epic Maxines After Dark edition.
Yeah, this should be an interesting one. So about 4 or 5 months ago, Kurt called me to come in and do some restaurant consulting and do some stuff with the menu. So that's what we did. And we've been working on parties, the private stuff. And I said to him, I think I'm going to do a block party on your street. And he said, really? And he was busy doing something else. And I came back a couple weeks later and said, we're doing a block party on your street. And he said, well, what's it going to be called? And I said, I don't know. I said, he goes, I don't know. We've never done that in the 7 years we've been open. I go, when will be 7 years? He goes, January 12th. I go, well, it's called the Lucky 7 Rock the Block Party, and I just named it right now, Maxine's 7th anniversary party, and that was it. And now here we are.
Nice.
Saturday's the event.
Rock and roll. And Saturday is the event. And see, it's that forward-thinking kind of a mentality that I love.
Totally.
And we spoke with a guy before, and he repairs appliances for how, boring is that to people. But it's really interesting, and to the point of what you are, you are passionate about what you do. And that right there is a fire that burns that we want to help, throw some air into and help it bolster, and burn more, because Orlando is a great place.
Yeah.
And, when you think about it, America in general is a great country here. Maybe we got a bad DJ president right now or whatever it is.
Anyway.
But, but that's, it is what it is. And we're not going to pay the price that you got to pay. So we're talking with Nick Salido of the Modern Music Movement. And I will ramble on all night.
Yeah,
and
I know.
this event at Maxine's is awesome. I don't know where we're going to be set up, but we will be live.
It will be live.
And we will be talking
and we
to
have
people.
Eugene Snowden and his clan of Clamory headlining Katie Burgess Band at Megan Navarro, and then we have the Vaudeville LLC group and troupe doing a stage show and running through the crowd throughout the evening. We have Juno's Smile on the inside of the restaurant.
There you go. And
it goes from 3 to 8 p.m. The restaurant, of course, will stay open until 10 p.m. We just did 3 to 8 p.m. because we wanted to be family friendly.
Because it's a neighborhood,
beverages
too.
And food for sale. The event is absolutely free. It's all ages. And, dog friendly if your dog's friendly, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So,
and we've got a special
is the block
place
closed down, though? Is the block really
Of course
closed
it's going to
down?
be closed down.
I mean, that street is closed down.
We closed
Where
it down
is the
from
stage?
Amelia over to, what is the other street? Not Ridgewood, I guess it is.
Okay, so that's
it's
street
between Ridgewood and,
awesome.
Livingston and Ridgewood, right?
Nice. Yeah.
I always get that confused.
Yeah.
So at Livingston and Ridgewood, parallel, the whole Shine block will be closed down. There's going to be a stage, a covered stage on the street.
Yeah.
Adjacent to the parking lot, facing the length of the street. We'll have some tables out there, several bars, and everything in the food menu will be for sale, and so forth and so on.
Yeah. No, and that's great. And so I love how it is literally shutting down a road. and let's party at Maxines on Shine. It's the 7th anniversary.
Well, block parties are great. I did some up in Winter Park at Hannibal Square, and they were very successful.
Oh.
And they're a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And everybody enjoys them, so it's very special.
Absolutely.
You're exactly right. Well, always a great conversation with Nicholas Salito.
Absolutely.
Man, we love
Dude.
the crap out of you. I appreciate
Hell
the
yeah,
fact
we
you're
do.
able to jump on this episode and give us a whole heck of a lot of great original content. And
Absolutely.
if people are out there, go search The Modern Music Movement. They're on Facebook. They're a lot of different places. Follow them and stay in the loop of things that are great that are coming to Orlando. And again, this episode is nothing but local goodness. And since we've spoken with you before, we're calling this Upcycled Content Edition. So queued up here. hang on the line with us. Queued up here, and I'll give you a chance to do any closing thoughts. But queued up, I got Trouble on My Mind, Kevin Main and the Volts featuring Eugene Snowden.
Awesome.
So we'll roll
okay.
into that track. But I
Nice.
want to give you a proper
Good
way
pick.
to kind of end the session with you here, brother.
Yeah, man. What's
Sounds great. Well, I hope to see you Saturday, and I hope everyone comes out and enjoys the evening.
Yeah.
Of course, Eugene will be stellar, Katie Burgess Band, and newcomer Megan Navarro, who is also fantastic.
I've not
so
heard her
you'll
yet.
have a good time.
So
For
it's
sure.
interesting.
Dave
Juno
Navarro's
Smile
sister.
on that bill as well on the inside, but talking with
Yeah, Juno Smile on the inside, correct.
Nicholas Salito of
Thank you.
The Modern Music Movement.
Yeah, man.
Hang
Thank
on the
you.
line with us. Listeners, enjoy this. Listeners, caller, hold on, caller.
It's the JB Rev Show.
Trouble on my mind. Just chill. We'll be back.
Trouble on my mind ever since my woman left town. Trouble on my mind ever since my woman left town. If I can't walk this line, trouble's gonna find me deep down in the ground. Ain't got no money, I got this pistol in my hand. Ain't got no money, but I got this pistol in my hand. Well, I don't want to hurt nobody, I got mine and the Lord won't understand. Reckon I'll go down, find a little stars in her eyes. Reckon I'll go down, find a girl with stars up in her eyes. I don't wanna love you, baby, tell you lies and make you wanna cry. Well, I'm bad news in the morning, bad news at night, baby. You won't see me coming through the blinding light. Now I'm going down the river, son. Oh, gonna lay my burden down. If the water rise, let me lie until I'm out of time. Till I'm out of time. Till I'm out of time. Till I'm out of time, baby. My time. Trouble on my mind ever since my woman left town. Trouble on my mind ever ever since my woman left town. If I can't walk this line, trouble's gonna find me deep down in the ground.
You're listening to the JB Rev Show.
Yeah, so we're back. It's JB Rev Show. It's me, the Reverend. I'm the Rev. Over there is JB. Say hey.
What
hey.
it do? What it do?
So, man, I gotta say, going forward, remember I said I might call you out about something.
Okay.
So this is what I'm gonna call you out.
Yeah. Okay. So you're gonna call me out. All right. Well,
Well,
it's been a good show so far. So
it's always a good show because we do this live and it's.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not dissing. No, I'm trying to improve. What's the name? What's the title of this? Upgrading or what's it called?
Okay.
What'd you name it?
Upcycled content.
Upcycled. So here we go. We're gonna upcycle some of you. I really, your creative outlet of doing this and putting this together and, doing the blogs and all that, that's a lot of time. And it's as serious as you are into doing this, I wish sometimes you would be more serious on air. Because sometimes you get, we both do. We get a little bit crazy, like, just kind of funny. But sometimes, especially when you get nervous like you are right now, you'll I'm glad you're not pushing any buttons. Because back in the day, you got your fingers twitching over there. But JB, I'm telling you this because, I care about what we do. And as a craft, you get better at it, right?
Yeah.
So,
hopefully.
I think sometimes, we should not be so zany. I'm always going to crack some jokes and whatnot. And, I'm not saying you shouldn't anymore, but you're just a fucking weirdo. That's what I'm just kidding, bro. No, and he's not even by the microphone now because he's so nervous. He's all the way in the back.
Go ahead. I'm listening. You said you had a point of. I want to show that I can take criticism.
Okay,
is it
good?
Criticism?
I just think sometimes you should be a little more serious and not like so. I think.
So it's me.
No,
I'm not
no.
serious. Oh
no.
You're the one that's not serious.
Let's
like
not
this
even
show.
go.
No, well, that's what I'm saying. Like tonight, I totally invested and figured out who the hell we're having on and what we're talking about, and the structure of the show.
Right.
So I've already put in the work.
You sure did.
So now that I fucking have done that, I'm gonna ride the wave, motherfucker.
Oh.
So that's maybe what I'm thinking. Like I've already done the work, and you're commentating that I'm fucking juicing around in moments I should be serious.
No.
And I'm like, no, man. I'm gonna fucking ride that wave because I've already been serious to make that shit happen.
That's right.
Yeah. So
you just keep doing you.
I'm making the shit happen.
That's all I'm saying. Just do it better. Okay. That's all. God damn it.
Just do it better.
So hey,
that's not criticism.
Just do it fucking better, or I'm fucking gonna be out of here, bro.
Okay, so what specifically?
Specifically,
I like how I can not be.
It's nothing specific. It's just everything. Okay. Seriously, if you're gonna make me go there,
like some of my
I'm gonna
mannerisms. Is that what it is?
Maybe it's your. You know what, Jill? You're not so delicious at all, okay? Just if you could just bring it down a notch, that'd be great. Anyways, hey, so I want to talk about this new genre that it's not new. It's about 8 years old. It started in 2010.
We're going into a revelation now. What happened to my counseling session?
I thought we covered it.
Oh, we did it.
Yeah.
I missed it.
Yeah, you missed it.
What was it?
Whatever you just keep doing you, but do it better. That's all.
Oh, that's your feedback.
That was it, man.
Right, move on.
Because I keep getting better, and you just staying at the same level. Wow. It's like, man, you know what I like about high school girls? They stay the same age. I keep getting older. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You want
weirdo.
Me to be more serious.
So I want to talk about this.
Let's talk about
this vaporwave shit that I've been getting into lately.
Oh, what the hell's that?
Yeah,
I've never heard that.
Exactly. It's this. It's a micro genre of electronic music. It emerged in like the early 2010s, and the style is defined like an apparition of like 80s and 90s kind of a mood music style, such as like smooth jazz, elevator music, R&B, and like lounge music. You know, it's typically sampling or manipulating tracks, like Toto or Fleetwood Mac. It chops it up and it screws up the techniques and other effects. A lot of times they'll slow down,
like the tempo.
Yeah, they'll totally like slow down. Like I posted this thing on Instagram tonight about it's Lady in Red, but it's like the part of it. Actually, here I'll play just a little thing off of my phone just so you can kind of hear it in the background. But it's like a repetitive. It's like this the way that you can make music out of like sounds, you know,
stuff that already exists just by changing its integrity.
Yeah, I mean,
kind
it's
like a punk rock almost.
So dude, that's the best way to describe it. It's kind of like, so listen to this. So this is Lady in Red, but
all tripped out.
It's basically a loop of just nobody here. What the lyrics from. And it's like, dude, it's just mesmerizing. And it's very relaxing. And it's very like, I listened to this in my work truck all day today. And I was just like, wow, I couldn't stop listening to it.
In my work truck.
So the first, we're going to do 2 revelations because both these songs, and this is something else that it's very punk rock, because if you think about, punk music, like they're like 2-3 minute songs at tops,
right.
And it's like, because that's like in your face, this is it, and it's done.
Okay.
And especially in today's, quick minute, whatever.
Yeah.
It's
quick
kinda,
fix world. Hashtag quick to fix.
Quick to fix.
Quick to fix on
so
Facebook.
What I have lined up is this Dave Mason or Dan.
Yes, I got whatever you want. Dan Mason.
Dan Mason. So yeah, I'm just learning all these.
Virtual.
Yeah, and this
Looks
is
like
off
the name
the
of the album.
Oh,
Miami
and this is something.
Mason.
Let me talk about the genre a little bit more.
Okay.
Because
so both of these tracks are like from the same genre.
No. Well, this track is they're two totally different genres. And what we're going to talk about is Sonic Graffiti after this, and we are seeing them live at Stonewall because of Tommy Mott. But I want to get back to hold on, what we're talking about here with the genre of vaporwave and just the way that it's.
It's like the new wave kind of a thing. It sounds like it's more of a punk rock, like a hip hop new wave almost, like they're sampling.
No, definitely not hip hop at all.
No. But I'm saying that culture of sampling.
It's like
hip-hop.
a nostalgic, surrealistic engagement of popular entertainment.
Okay.
All right. So it's got these songs or melodies that you recognize that are like putting all these different. They add like noises, like
ambient noises.
Yeah,
and such.
just really
interesting.
I read this, or man, it's just really. Just go ahead and play the song and let it kind of speak for itself.
Okay, so we're gonna get into Dan Mason.
Dan Mason. How long is this song? It's like
about
what?
4 minutes.
4 minutes. Okay, so this is actually kind of a longer one. Maybe when we get back, I'll cue you one up for one more,
So
and
you
then we'll
want
talk
to come
about.
back after this and then talk about the next one.
Yeah, we'll talk about which is a different. Well,
is it the
just
same
go ahead
genre?
It is the same. I want to.
Oh,
but wait. Just
you
play
want to
this
show
song.
the spectrum.
Yeah, just play this song. So we'll be back. JB Rev Show. All right.
Reverend's Revelation.
There we go. Oh, yeah. That's right. It's a JB Rev show. It's me. Oh, yeah. Just let that play, man. No, seriously.
Well,
let
that was
play.
your one revelation.
Well, but let that play in the background.
We'll
Just
put
let
this
that
link
play
out.
in the
Oh, I've
background.
already taken away.
Oh, man.
I've already moved it away.
Way to fuck up the goddamn
just
groove.
let it play.
Man.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Should've
Just
let
let the
it play.
groove.
Let the groove go
Is that what
on.
you're talking about?
Yeah, I was trying to keep the groove. And you're like, oh, yeah. Now that's what I'm talking about. Only.
Okay. So there you go.
So,
And
hey.
it stops there. There you go.
So, we were doing this thing for a while, the Reverend's Revelations.
Yeah.
Where I'm bringing up.
So that was a good track. That was kind of cool. It was poppy, eclectic, soft, ethereal.
I'm telling you, man.
That was
I'm
pretty cool.
listening all
Okay.
day.
So
next.
This is in this vibe, this vapor wave.
No, we're done with the vaporwave. Okay. We're done with the vaporwave.
Was that
the
vaporwave?
That was vaporwave. Yes.
Oh,
not
vapor?
the group. That's the genre. All right.
Yeah, interesting.
Anyways, look it
Okay.
up. Google that shit. Okay. You get that? Google that. Google that
No,
right now.
I'm in the
Google that right now. Oh.
I got that queued up.
Wow. All right then. So yeah, you got nothing queued up over there with your button, your finger twitching button. So hey, the next thing we're going to talk about, JB. Okay, stop that. Hey, look at me over here, JB.
Sorry.
Right here. Yeah, I know. Once you get into that shit, you don't get out. Look, I'm over here, JB.
I know. I'm trying to get out of it though.
Well, you don't have to touch it, and then you're out of it.
There you go.
That's the thing.
I'm setting it back. I'm spinning
so I don't want to take away from what I'm about to talk about next, because this, to me, we're going to have these people in here in studio.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Well,
okay, and
I
this
think
is
coming
why
up too,
I'm
we
excited.
got Bad Santa and the Angry Elves. And
Okay.
we've got this group. Tell me the name of them.
This
Again,
is
I'm looking at
Sonic Graffiti.
Graffiti.
Yes,
I love it.
So let me tell you about Sonic Graffiti. All right.
Yeah.
They're out of St. Pete. That's a
Okay.
trio.
Okay.
All right. It consists of Drew on lead guitar and vocal, Justin on bass and vocal,
Nice.
and then Jasmine on drums.
Oh.
Yeah.
Female drummer.
Female drummer.
Cool.
Absolutely. And these three put together, they're all involved in other bands as well.
Okay.
And they're all they're extremely amazingly talented. The best way I can describe Jasmine is that she is this awesome female rocker on the drums, and she fucking kills it. The best way I can describe Justin on the bass is that he's like 6'5". He was wearing this big black leather jacket and big black hat and just big boots and just sweating his ass off and playing the bass guitar like I've never seen anybody play live in my life. And I've seen a lot. Man, dude, he was amazing on bass. And then we got Drew.
Where did you see them at Stonewall?
I saw him at Stonewall.
Okay.
We're gonna get to that too. But then there was Drew, the singer and guitarist, who has an incredible voice. Dude, the best way I can describe him, really, and I hate to kind of compare him to anybody because he's really uncomparable.
But when you gotta explain it,
when I gotta explain it, it would be like Jack White when he was really young and with Meg and just rocking the shit. When it a young, more pronounced Jack White is the best way. But dude, the thing that Jack was missing, and Jack and Meg with White Stripes, is a fucking amazing bass player like Justin. Okay. This guy,
the third member,
dude, and he's not just a third member. He's like they're like a single. The way they're so connected. This Justin, he's 6'5", and he plays the bass like Bootsy Collins and Flea put together.
Wow.
Right? And also with a little
pretty
bit
high bar you're setting.
Dude.
Okay, so we're going to hear a track?
We are definitely, that's the next track.
Okay.
It's Witch in My Heart, which is what we're going to play next.
Okay, that's what I got
But listen,
queued up
I've
there.
got a confirmation. I was so excited I bought their record.
So they're coming in studio.
They're going to come in studio. We're going to make that happen.
Okay, but they're all the way in St. Pete. All right.
Oh, listen, I'm going to get them.
We'll figure it out. We're going to be broadcasting live from Maxines on Saturday.
That's right. We are.
So anything can happen. There.
So, and you know what? I'll get them hooked up with Nick and have Nick. Either way, they're going to be in town very soon. Nice. Trust me, they're going to have a gig here very soon. And when they do, we'll have them in for that. So maybe we can even sponsor it and do a live podcast.
Well, our War on Christmas is totally not funded There's plenty of stuff
listen,
going.
we'll stop taking away from what I'm talking about. Right here, all right,
I'm trying to button up
Hey,
other stuff.
Okay, well, I'm telling you about what's really happening.
Okay.
And this band, I'm telling you, they're going to be fucking huge.
Okay.
I said to Justin, I said, dude, you're going to be huge. And he's
Okay.
like, he goes, there's going to be
a lot of build up.
He goes, I already am.
Oh.
Because he's like, looking down at
Oh,
me
yeah,
like, because
funny.
I'm like, yeah. And dude,
I already am.
so dude, stop. Listen, these guys are amazing. I was very excited. And we saw them at Stonewall. And they were with the Bubble Boys, who were amazing. And Timothy Erie. So, and they're a local band here.
Okay.
But enough about them. Let's listen to Sonic Graffiti. And this is what? Witch in My Heart, right? That's right. It's JB Rev Show. Bring it back. Hey, it's all right. So something happened with that, but that's all right. We're going to fix that shit, and we're going to play it. You can tell just from that intro that it's bad. Oh, to talk about the whole genre, it's just fucking punk in your face, like a bluesy psychedelic awesomeness. So I love this shit. This is Sonic Graffiti, Witch in My Heart. It's JB Red Show.
Joke's on you, pretending to be my friend. Your girlfriend calls me daddy, and you ain't ever gonna find out. So if you get a whiff of me, yeah, swear you're gonna start to If you got any good in you, I think it's dead. That's why you lie, stealing shit. Do anything you got. Son of my voodoo, what I'm gonna do to you? Rip it from the inside out. The things I'm gonna do. There's a witch in my heart, and you ain't ever gonna stop. And if we go toe to toe, I'm gonna rip you apart.
Yeah, that's right. This is JB Rev Show. And that, my friends, that was some Sonic Graffiti right there.
Damn.
Is this Sonic 2?
And this is the next track.
Oh, yeah.
Broken Window. Shit.
What? Dude,
Oh,
why'd you
that's
stop
great.
it?
I don't want to talk over their stuff.
Oh, man.
Wow, that's awesome. We want
Right?
to air that
And
shit.
let me
Yeah,
tell you
this-
something.
I like the sound. It's,
Oh, dude, wait. As good as they sound,
yeah.
they're way better
In person.
In person.
Yeah.
I mean, I was
They're
sitting there. I
enigmatic.
told you before we started the show, I said, man,
Sonic
I was
Graffiti,
standing
right?
2 feet away from him and with my jaw open the whole time. Like, it was fucking
You're just
incredible,
blown
dude.
away.
These guys,
Right.
like,
I already like them. Oh, no. Is that...
I told you to like them because I told you that I saw this awesome band. And I sent you a couple
Oh,
links
okay.
already.
All right. So
That's
I
why.
already did what you told me.
Yeah,
All right,
exactly.
there you go. Okay.
Yeah. Do what you told me.
I already did what you told me.
Yeah. So
Fuck you.
in any
I
event,
already did what you
listen,
told me.
Let's talk about this band again for a few minutes, just
yeah.
a second.
Okay.
So I have lots of questions for them.
I like their imagery,
dude. Their artwork on
their video is awesome,
dude. I bought this record, and let me tell you about this record. I bought a record.
They pressed a record. That's impressive.
It had 2 records. I only got one, but it was a double LP, and they recorded this record. Guess what studio they recorded this record at? I'll tell you, fucking Sun Studios,
really,
in Memphis. Yeah, and let me tell you something else. They're nobody. I'm not going to tell too much. These guys are so amazing. They're going to be fucking huge. And I can't believe they're not already, but they've already done tours, and they're just fucking sick, bro. And I was thoroughly impressed, and I can't wait to ask them questions like, well, how did they
double header
record this?
Double header of the Reverend's Revelations. So
yeah,
good stuff.
And that's
all right. Well, and this is our upcycled content edition, which basically is what we do. We're sitting here amplifying people they don't even know, that we're talking about their shit.
Well,
that's the good thing, right? Is like, and then people I've found actually listen to the shows like a month behind.
Well, yeah, that's the thing, and
it's
that's
fucking crazy
with our show, especially
it's like everybody's a month behind.
Yeah. And they're still listening, and that's and it's the right people listening
we're
too.
Still in the
I've noticed it's the right people.
It
listening.
is the discerning audience.
So,
that's wonderful.
And once again, it's for the people
we
out there.
thank you guys.
We don't do
no
this
doubt.
for money. We don't have a Patreon account. We're not asking for money. We don't have merch. We don't. We're doing this for the love of the shit.
Well, we talk about people that are around here doing businesses that we believe in, that support us, and so there's a little bit of back and forth between those relationships, but nothing substantial. Yeah, like
we don't get any paid.
A bottle of hot sauce. Okay, I'm doing the show for hot sauce.
Yeah.
Anyway, no, I would though.
No, it's
because we're doing it out of love right now. So
exactly.
You throw in hot sauce, that's great.
Yeah, Pocahontas is the best hot sauce in the world.
Oh my God,
Pocahontas, which is what we're talking about, and
that crybaby sauce, Gargamel crybaby.
Yeah,
that is so multi-purpose, dude.
What about the dude? All the fucking
so
shit is
many.
good.
There's so many great things, but anyway, that's the cool thing. Again, that we just want to keep
Thomas Wynn Blueberry.
Yeah, shining light on people, and that are doing great stuff and pushing forward.
Yeah.
And that's what we've always been about. So
that's
at
right.
any rate, now that it's just the Rev and I, we can control it a little better. But yeah, remember those days with Jill, and those were the crazy days.
Days.
That like it was
back in the 90s.
It was like the Wild Wild West.
It seems like it.
Yeah,
because we have been doing this
like
for
so long ago,
a long time. Like you said, I think we're the godfathers
from there. But
we
are. Well, we're going to be broadcasting live from Maxines on Shine
again.
So, me, do that, whatever. Yeah. Once again, it'll probably be our Maxines After Dark 5.
Yeah,
I think it will be. So we'll do the math, make sure that we're right on.
And we're going to have
we're probably going to start around 4 or 5 o'clock, just before it gets dark.
And how great,
and then
JB, is it that the people performing, Eugene, Kate,
I imagine
Joseph, Jesse Martins, they've all been guests on our show,
with
on our
the
podcast.
Stage on the road. Yeah, I know that, and that's what's great. And with the stage on
Vaudeville Entertainment
on the road there,
will be there.
It seems like we could be huddled back in the corner outside.
I would think
like
so.
With some power, maybe right in front of the Maxine picture.
What about where we were last time?
Mural.
In the
maybe
patio
at a desk. Yeah, maybe.
I think that would be. We
could do it right there.
Yeah, because the stage is going to be in the parking lot.
We'll tell them what we need. All right, what's your rider? Are you putting the gummy bears on your rider?
If there's any green ones this time,
pineapple green.
I'm
going to
be. I'm out.
Impossible to find pineapple green.
Hey,
it's so good.
Let's talk about Maxines for just a second.
Okay.
Because I mean, out of all of our sponsors, and what are you pointing at over there?
We're gonna go into breaking news.
Oh, all right. But you are gonna go into breaking news. We're gonna talk about Maxines and our love for Maxines and how we've done so many podcasts from there. Yeah, I mean, I do the brunch, Yacht Rock brunch. Yeah,
yes,
thank you. And it's a great venue. And I wouldn't think of doing it like anywhere but there because the food is amazing.
It's awesome.
And now they've got the liquor license
well, it
now.
kind of like is going into this other world when you go there because it's so quaint and the building's bones are great.
Yes.
It used to be a 1950s grocery with a little chapel,
in the back.
So multiracial couples and people could get married that weren't conventionally allowed to. So anyway, the history,
good times.
yeah. So it's got a lot of great juju there. Plus their food is is delicious.
It is
So
awesome.
Maxines on Shine, go check them out. And again, we can't talk about them enough, but we'll be there Saturday, and that'll be our Tuesday show.
Let's talk about it a little more.
So this Saturday will be our Tuesday show.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
And I'm really looking forward to being there and doing this again with them. Because, I mean, and Kurt, I mean, he is a wordsmith for sure.
Oh, no doubt.
And such
no
a
doubt.
freestyling wordsmith at that. And
well, I want to capture that and congratulate them and talk with all the people that'll be there.
I've got so much mad respect
I can see
for
us
them.
set up. Yeah, we'll be set up in a good little place there.
Do you remember
anyway,
the last interview that we did with him? The shit that you learned that you didn't know about him, how I first met him, and with being a wine distributor and all that. I mean, that guy. He's known as the juice pimp, and he's just awesome. I love the people that we talk to, JB.
Well, dude, and that's what
I really do.
Yeah, and that's what I think is really great about Orlando, man. Is it's such a unique place, and it was once described as kind of a mutant culture. And with the recent passing of Stan Lee,
I've never heard that.
No, oh yeah.
A mutant culture?
Mutant.
Where did you hear that shit
at?
at? I think you just made that up.
At any rate,
you made that shit up just then.
Make that up.
You
are not making the
Orlando
show better
is known
by
as
doing
a
this.
mutant
You
culture.
need to let me finish.
I'm listening. I just want you to know. So is everybody else.
Nobody.
Mutant culture.
Nope.
Are you Googling that shit right now? Up, he's going to touch the buttons. Up, he's going into some. You found it.
Google that right now.
All right. Mutant Cultures, Orlando.
Google that right now.
Badly.
You know what? I'm going to Google that right now. Orlando mutant culture? Question mark?
All right, breaking news badly. Let's read some headlines. Stanley goes.
Who?
Rip Stanley.
What happened to him?
Stanley.
I heard he's been going through some
passed away.
What?
Made a good little clip here with all of his little.
Are you kidding me?
Cameo
Is this
bits.
is one of your bits?
No, it's for real. It's for real.
What?
This you might want to think is one of my bits. Anyway, yeah. So stop that. We don't need that. This is from munchies.vice.com.
So you went right out of Stan Lee into Munchies. Did you
this
not?
beer lawsuit.
Is there no empathy for Stan Lee? Did you not?
I love that man.
Well, why are you going into? Why are you? Well, I'm just finding out about this, and I'm like, dude, I'm like still kind of. I don't. Well, but what if someone is listening?
Yeah.
And they're just finding out for the first time. They need a moment. I mean. He invented Spider-Man, dude. That's
it's a big deal. He had passed away. Yeah, you just webbed me.
I did.
In case people didn't catch that.
Well, we should be on camera because we'd get so many more hits.
All right.
We want
to get some hits.
Just like I made.
Oh, now you want to show notifications. Oh, okay. Oh, my God. Okay. Wes, too, just wants to know so much about
No, it's not Wes. It's
tropical.
W-E-S-H.
Do you think of this tropical wave becomes less organized overnight?
It does. It gets way organized overnight.
So there's a P out there,
there's
Pamela
definitely
or whatever. A P storm in the Atlantico.
It's true.
And so it looks like it's hopefully going to die down. That's not going to be anything, right? What's your revelation on the hurricane? Is it coming?
Which one?
This Pamela one.
Is it out there right now?
Tropical wave becomes less organized overnight. So
well, then I don't think it's coming.
Oh.
But
for a better lifestyle, shop Bear's Furniture.
Oh, I do like Bear's Furniture, though.
You do?
I do. I do. How did you know?
For your money.
Why are we listening
to this?
Oh my God,
such a long commercial. I was trying to get to the weather.
Area of low pressure nearby on Wednesday.
Be cool. Hold on, Sweezy. Don't do it, Sweezy. No, Sweezy. Okay.
That's what brings us the changes.
Cooler air.
I can't believe you're doing weather now on Breaking News Badly.
Well, it's
That's
Amy
how badly
Sweezy. I'm watching
break news.
Amy Sweezy.
That's why I normally leave.
No, there's
by this time. You know that, right?
There's a hurricane.
I'm not normally here for
tropical wave near Antilles.
Oh, Antilles.
Getting better organized.
That's by my ankle, isn't it?
Weak front pushes away from Florida.
It's down by my ankle. I can feel it.
All right, thank you, Amy. Amy Sweezy.
It's kind of a tropical depression.
What?
Down by my ankle.
What? Your ankle bracelet? That's what you want to talk about?
My Tahilis.
Well,
if you will.
This beer lawsuit could put an end to PBR.
Oh.
Munchies.vice.com.
Oh, that sounds like a reputable source.
Miller Coors wants to charge Pabst more to brew their beer, so Pabst is taking them to court.
About time, PBR.
Back time, PBR.
You know,
I mean, that's like the most.
Do you know
base level beer?
Do you know Blue Ribbon
multi-purpose.
is in the name, and do you know why?
Okay,
because they always win.
They
the
always
Blue
win.
Ribbon
Yeah.
on taste test.
I think you spoke about
True
them
story.
before. with
I
Pepsi
have,
or-
and you know what?
Anyway.
It's one of my favorite beers for sure. Out of all the beers in the world, I can drink more PBR than anything.
Man.
And at any moment,
water.
Even when I wake up in the morning,
It's like water. Black security guard who stops shooter is then shot and killed by police. This is from thehill.com.
That
Do you
reminds
believe
me.
that? That's a horrible headline. Hold on.
Well, yeah, that makes me
Black
think. Honey,
security guard who
wait.
stops shooter is then shot and killed by police. What the hell?
Dana, go pick up some PBR.
What?
I love you, baby.
Okay. Look at him.
Hey, we just had our 10-year wedding anniversary. That's
You and I?
No, me and my wife, my beautiful bride.
Oh, that's right. Oh,
Forever.
congratulations, my friend. I know.
Thank
that's
you. Yeah, I was
every
wondering.
time this year.
Every time this year, what?
It's your anniversary.
Yeah, well, you know,
Right?
every year, and it's been
Okay.
10.
Here,
Wonderful
here's a
years.
good question from Facebook.
I love you,
Bloody
baby.
Rick wonders, what is your favorite song into a series?
Oh,
intro to a series.
You know, I
Song
answered
intro.
that.
A bunch of people did. All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's see.
Do you want
some
to know
of-
what mine was?
Okay. What was yours?
Yeah, I'll pull it up. I'll
Hold
just
on.
play it. But you name some of them that came
Why is
up,
my
and I did like
computer
that.
acting funky? Wow. Okay, there it is. All right, let me scroll down. So, Friends is one of them.
Yeah, oh,
The
God.
Wire.
Are you kidding me?
Is one of them. Game of Thrones is one of them.
Yeah.
Frasier is one of them.
Okay.
The Reverend said this.
Hold on. Wait.
This is not that.
No, here's mine. Right here.
Okay, The Sopranos.
This is mine.
Okay.
Wait, you just called it out because you're a douche.
Barney Miller.
Like that,
Twin
right?
Peaks. Okay.
We'll just have it in the background.
Yeah.
Barney Miller. Sanford and
Barney
Son.
Miller.
Sanford and Son was a popular one.
Oh yeah, I like that one. Yeah.
Yeah, Sanford and Son's good. But I remember when this show would come on.
What was
I
this
always,
one again?
Yeah, when is this?
I forget. What'd you say?
Well, keep listening.
I'm just reading it.
People are listening, going, "Oh my God, I know what that is."
The good old boys, Dukes of Hazzard.
It's The Sopranos, dude. This is the theme song to The Sopranos.
Oh, there you go.
You're on to the next story that you don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. I can see the look in your eye. You need to wrap
that
this
was
shit
good.
up, bro.
That was good.
you
That was
just
good, man.
you make this a better show
good.
by ending it sooner.
Wow. That's what I was trying to get to you.
All
Like,
right.
hey, what are you doing over there?
Okay.
Okay. So there you go. Dukes
Hey,
of Hazzard.
This
There
has
you
been a
go.
great show.
All that stuff.
Dukes
there
have
you go.
just some good old boys.
All right. The
Never
Orlando
meaning no
Sentinel.
harm.
OrlandoSentinel.com. Oh no.
In trouble with the law since the day they were born, making their way any way they know how. That's just love.
Oh wait.
That was great.
Never need no harm.
Been in trouble with the law.
They were
Okay.
born. I
all
want to hear
right,
this.
get it.
Fish. Hold on.
Oh man.
Oh man.
What the
Making their
hell?
way.
No.
Anyway,
No singing. You remember the
That's
rules.
just a little
No.
bit more.
Unless it's a pre-recorded bit. No live singing for you.
All right, let's wrap
You
this
remember
shit
that?
up. I'm done. I'm out. Dropping the mic.
5 actions Orlando may take to build new affordable housing rehab existing units. OrlandoSentinel.com reports.
All right.
So,
hey, play
yeah.
the cat music. How's that?
Orlando Center Boulevard, Orange Center Boulevard.
Yeah, you
know
can't
where
even
that-
read it right.
Carver Park.
Carver Park.
Pepper Tree Circle Apartments.
Carver Park in Pepper Tree. Where's the cats? Play the goddamn
Upgrade
cats.
aging units.
I'm gonna come over here and slap you.
Rehab project. So
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
trying
Talk
to
about rehab.
Get the city back together.
This is an
Anyway,
intervention.
what else do I
We're going to
have?
go into intervention.
Hold on.
You got the cat music. That's what you got.
No.
This is why I don't hang out for this
Dexter's
shit.
restaurants have been sold.
Yeah, old news.
Legendary Orlando promoter Jim Faraday to bring live music to Whiskey Lou's.
Old news.
Okay. Jerry Johnson loves your art. Chris Osborne.
Uh-huh.
Parker Sketch.
I do love
And
Chris Osborne's art.
There we go.
She
We're
did a great
down
thing at Little Indies.
to there. All right. And we're down to that.
Oh, there's
We
the
love
kitty
it.
music.
Thank you.
This
Hey,
is
for
why I don't hang
hanging-
out for Bag
Okay.
News Valley, by the way.
It is pocahontas.com.
That's what I mean about making the show better.
Best hot sauce you ever had.
Best
What-
hot sauce
By
for
you
sure.
not being here?
Pocahontas, exactly. And Modern Music Movement. We love the MMM, if you will.
ShannonHoltArt.com.
Yep. Artarmy.org.
Infotainment.com.
Kush Ultra Lounge. Can't forget the Kush.
Orlando City Smoke Shop.
Oh, yeah. We need to have
BadassSandwiches.com.
Absolutely. We need to have Gary back in here again.
Oh, no doubt.
For sure. I'm going to talk to him about it.
Okay.
All right.
Well, yeah, we'll make all that happen. But
but Saturday.
Thanks for spreading the love, showing the support.
Can't forget Maxines, by the way. I mean, of all these sponsors, Maxines.
We'll be out there Saturday.
Yeah, we will.
We don't want to make you sick of us. All right.
Word.
See you later.
Later.
Love and respect each other.
Please.
Alrighty. So my mama, saw this ad. It was called Center for Drug-Free Living.
Okay.
So we waited out there for we filled out all the paperwork, man. It was some kind of crazy people that we was encountering, like people really sick and shit. And I was like, Mama, and she's like in her head, like, wow, I could feel her thoughts. She's like, drug-free living, like, wow, drugs are free. So we waited 7 hours. No,
you thought it was free drugs.
Well, of
for
course,
life. Free drugs for life.
Yeah, man, we were waiting. There was free drugs, right? We get up there, and it is total opposite of what they were saying, man. Yeah. It was like living without drugs. It was horrible. It was horrible. There was no free drugs there. Okay. It was like, man, the right to work
just
shit.
Wrong. Okay.
It was like the right to work shit.
Totally wrong. Not what you were expecting.
No, man. 7 hours trying to get a score.
Wait, but it says free of drugs.
No, it says center.
Life free of drugs. Living a life free.
They disadvertised themselves.
Okay. Oh.
They said Center for Drug-Free Living.
Okay. Yeah,
okay. That implies to me drugs should be free.
Right. I see what you're...
Okay, because we're broke, and we're like, why not?
The game's up. You're surrounded. Come out with your hands on your head.
Goddamn. I need a drink. I'm gonna need someone to help me. I'm gonna need somebody's hand. I'm gonna need someone to hold me down. I'm gonna need someone to care. I'm gonna rise and shake my body. I'll start pulling out my hair. I'm gonna cover myself with the ashes of you, and nobody's gonna give a damn. Son of a bitch, give me a drink. One more night, but it's can't be me. Son of a bitch, if I drink it clean, I'm gonna drink my life away. For 17 years I've been going them back. 17 more will bury me. Can somebody please just tie me down? Oh, somebody give me a goddamn drink. Son of a bitch, give me a drink. One more night, this can't be me. Son of a bitch, if I can't get clean, I'm gonna drink my life away. My heart is breaking, hands are shaking, bugs are crawling all over me. My heart is breaking, hands are shaking, bugs are crawling all over me. My heart is breaking. shaking, my hands are shaking, bugs are crawling all over me. My head is aching, my hands are shaking, bugs are crawling all over me. Son of a bitch, give me a drink. One more night, can't fit me. Son of a bitch, if I can't get clean, I'm gonna drink my life away. Yeah. Son of a bitch, give me a drink. Son of a bitch, this can't fit me. Son of a bitch, if I can't get clean, I'm gonna drink my life away.
WJBW Orlando, the very first quasi-radio web show.